Good morning. It's a beautiful day as always. Even though it's cold and it's cloudy here. Today I got a little bit of a rant though. And I'm going to try to be as positive as possible because that's what this channel is about. It's about positivity, about life, about spirituality. But I got a gripe. I got a gripe today, and I'm going to step on a few toes today. And I hope that if you are a subscriber or somebody who just casually checks out my videos, this won't skew your view or opinion of me. I promise it's out of love, even though it's going to be a bit hard to hear. I want to talk today about going to church or going to organized religions or going to temples or going to anywhere where you go there and you are not seeing anything for your time or your effort, meaning you're not changing, you're not bettering your life, nothing is happening. They don't give you any tools that you can use in the real world, anything other than, God can do it for you, or we're going to pray about it. These things are fine in essence, but honestly, after years of being a Bible thumper, after years of being somebody who was in that life and talked about going to church and doing all the things that you're supposed to do as a man of faith, as a Christian, all those things that you're supposed to do, yet your life isn't changing. I got a problem with that. You go to church, you pay your tithes, you go to temple, you pay your dues, you go wherever you go, and there is nothing given to you except God will do it for you, or a few hours of whatever you do in your church or temple or synagogue or place of worship or whatever it is. God did not mean for this to be the case. And I want to say that so that everybody understands that I'm not saying that there's no reason to go to church. I'm not saying that there's no God. That's not what I'm saying. I am saying, though, that it is not meant for you to have an out because your life is not going the direction that you want it to. So I find in my life that a lot of people go to church only to have the out of saying, well, this didn't change for me, so it must be something that God wants me to get out of this experience. Well, that's a way to look at it. That's one way to look at it. However, this image, this thought, this experience was dropped into my mind. I don't know if you're watching this video if you've ever picked up a worm before, but I've gone fishing before. And one of the best baits is worms because, they stay alive and fish really seem to like worms. Anyway, if you pick up a worm, that's not its normal environment, correct? So that worm has the deep yearning and desire to get back to its surrounding and out of your dangerous hands, because in your hand it can't eat, it can't get away, it's confined to something that it cannot manipulate, right? So this worm, in all of its faith, in everything that it knows it can't do anything to you. It's a worm. But that worm is still going to fight and struggle and squirm and do everything it possibly can to get out of the situation. Even to the point of segmenting a part of its body off in an attempt to try to get you to let it go. It's going to excrete all kinds of mucus. It's going to feel gross. It's going to do all this stuff just to get you to let it go. But why as Christians, why as people of faith, why as churchgoers, why as all these types of things, why is any of the adjectives you can give, why do you not try everything that you could possibly try? Why is it that you are not willing to cut off the things that aren't that important to you in order to get off or get out of the situations that you are in? Have you ever wondered to yourself, have you ever looked at your circumstances and said, why is it that I can't get out? Why is it that I'm dealing with these situations, yet I'm a person of faith? I'm dealing with these situations, yet I got saved so many years ago. Why is it that I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with, but I pay my tithes every Sunday, or every time I get paid, I'm paying tithes, I'm giving to this, I'm giving to that, I'm going to service every single time the door opens, but nothing changes? I want to ask you this question because it's a question I used to ask myself. And I find that a lot of people who are in messed up situations never ask themselves these questions. So the question is, in your place of faith, are you getting the tools you need for the life you are living? That means, are you getting the help you need for the problems that you have? Or are they only offering some platitude? Because I have found that while church was entertaining, that while church was diverting, while it was interesting to people watch and to hear the music and to get the pastor or preacher's perspective on things, it was not helpful. Not helpful. Didn't give me any tools to use to move me more into manhood. Didn't give me any tools to move me out of the thing that I didn't want to be in. Didn't motivate me to move forward, to actually take advantage of the knowledge that was being broadcast over the PA. It's a shame, man. I feel heavy-hearted right now about all the time that I spent and all the people that I left behind. It's part of the reason that I do this YouTube thing. It's part of the reason that while I get insights, I put it in the places that are meant for social media. But I'm not on these sites to just be social. I don't want to just have my face seen. I mean, hell, I didn't even shave. I'm not trying to be seen. My point on this earth is to bring some insight into why we're here and to how to make it better. And I feel led, and I feel that it's my obligation to move in a way to get as many of you as see these videos to move in a positive trajectory, not by my standard, not by my standard at all, but by your own standard, by your own mindset, by whatever standard it is that you have, whatever it is that you want to accomplish, whatever that is. So I ask that if you're watching this video and you spend money at a church, or you're going to a church, you spend time, you volunteer, you're taking your kids there, whatever it is, when you see that you are not being given anything except for the platitudes, for the cliches, you're only given the traditions that you're used to, you get a warm fuzzy feeling, or you might get to, gossip with some people that go to the church. I'm gonna ask you to drop that stuff, because the God of all things, the God that created this world, the God of all this universe, is one that dwells inside of you, and your church really is the heart that dwells inside of you. You are on this journey for a reason. And most organized religions are not pointing the way for you to get to where you're trying to get to. Matter of fact, there is no end of the journey. The journey just continues. You die and the journey continues. Not with other people, but with you. You just go somewhere different. That's it. So this is the end of my rant. I want to know what you guys think about organized religion. Like, if you're one that goes to church on a regular basis, what do you get out of it? Leave it in the comments. Give me a comment about what you thought about this video. I mean, let's make this comment section a lab for what we're doing with our lives, where we're going, where we're headed. Are we actually being helped in the trajectory that we want to go in? Smash the like button, and I hope that you would consider subscribing if you like hearing about things that insights that are about life, and that are about spirituality and the law of attraction and all these things. Consider subscribing. Until next time, I'll see y'all later.